Good evening, Otherworldies. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mask Diva. Today, Zen the Billionaire Boss did a video called Beauty Over Age, and I recommend that you check it out if you haven't checked it out. And he is my fiance, in case you were wondering, in case you don't know about him. So the premise of his video is this is about talking to ladies, and I had to agree with him. I was watching his video while I was at the doctor's office today, and I had to agree with him 100%. It's about talking to women, and he's right, because here's the thing. You guys probably figured this out, but I am older than him, and I don't like when guys tell me that I'm pretty for my age. Why don't you just say, I'm pretty, right? Okay, so basically that's what he was saying. Like, don't tell women that they're pretty for their age. Okay, and so I expounded upon that, like, don't fetishize people, or say, oh, you're pretty for a black girl, or you're pretty for an overweight girl, or you look good for your age. His whole thing was just tell someone, you're beautiful. Okay, don't say for a blah, blah, blah. Well, you look good for having all those kids. I mean, because that's basically a slap in the face to somebody. Say, well, you should look way more busted than you do. That's basically what you're saying to somebody, right? You should look busted for what you are. So you're kind of like insulting people when you say things like that, like you look good for your age. You're basically just pointing out you're old. You know what I'm saying? So I like to take that a step further. Here's the thing. What a lot of people don't understand is asking women their age is just a rude thing anyway. A lot of people don't know that. You should stop asking women their age. All right. Here's the thing. If a lady is in a relationship, don't ask her age. Because the thing is, it's not your business. Okay? So, if a woman is in a relationship, okay, say like it's me. I just let you know that I'm in a relationship. So, you asking me my age, there's no reason you need to know that. Right? I'm not going to go out with you unless you're my doctor or my insurance agent. There's no reason for you to know my age, right? No good reason. So why should you be asking me my age? All right, there are different reasons people might ask you your age. Okay, so, well, you probably look good for your age. Okay, yeah, I know I just said it, you look good for your age. Okay, that's, that's like an insult in an insult. So, people are basically, you probably look better, you guys are probably around the same age, and you probably look better than they do. That's why they're asking you how old you are, because you're carrying your age better than they are. All right, so they're basically just trying to remind you of what age you really are. All right, so they're kind of hating on you. That's why they're asking you how old you are. All right, so here's the thing, ladies. Ladies, you need to just stop telling people how old you are. Okay, so what you basically need to do is just say, I'm old enough to know better. That kind of thing. Just, I'm over 21. I'm old enough. That kind of thing. Because even if you're single, okay, just tell people you're old enough. Because you are, right? You're old enough. And people ask me all the time how old I am. Well, they're hitting on me. Okay? They're trying to go to bed with me. They ask me how old I am. I'm old enough. Kind of showing my ring. You see, I'm in a relationship. Why are you asking me how old I am? So what they want to do is they kind of want to make an age comparison between me and my fiance. They want to see what the age difference is. They want to make remarks about that, or that kind of thing. they're trying to just ask questions about that, okay? Or I don't know. They if any guy is asking you your age, he's basically trying to have sex with you. So you need to not tell him your age, okay? Because that's why he's asking. That's the only reason a man is asking you your age, is because he's trying to have sex with you. So don't tell him your age. All right, he's basically hitting on you, and it's really a low class thing to do and a low vibrational thing to do, to ask a lady her age. It's unless he's worried that you're not over 18. All right, and especially if you're in a relationship, it's very improper for him to ask you that. Unless he's your doctor or insurance adjuster, he really does not need to be asking you. Just say, old enough. And if he keeps going, old enough to know that's a rude question. Old enough to know better. Yep, old enough. Just keep saying that. And if other women, old enough, just keep saying that. But people really need to stop asking questions like that. People will ask you how many kids you have. Okay, if they can tell that you are old enough to have had children, they will ask you how many kids you have. You don't need to tell people about your kids, because then they're going to ask what ages your kids are, because they're trying to find out how old you are. That's the only reason they're trying to find out. They're trying to find out how tied down you are and how old your kids are, so they can figure out your age. You don't need to tell people about your kids. First of all, you need to protect the identity of your kids. You need to protect your kids' business, okay? You don't need people. I know you're proud of your kids, and you should be, but you need to keep your kids' business their business, all right? So you need to not tell people about your kids. If your kids are over 18, they're going to be like, she must have been when she had those kids. Or really, how long were you married? They're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out how many times you've been married, how many times you've been divorced. Are you single now? They're trying to figure out, oh, well, what happened when you were, are you divorced? And they're trying to get in your business. All right, so they want to know how many kids you have. So they're trying to figure out how old you were when you had your first kid, your second kid, and that's how they're trying to calculate your age, is they're asking how many kids you have. Then they're going to ask if you have grandkids. That's another way they're trying to figure out how old you are. Okay, so you don't need to tell people about your kids. Just go, oh, I love kids, and then just change the subject. Okay, I think kids are great. Change the subject. You can have 10 kids. They don't need to know. People can't tell by looking at you whether you have kids or not. Doesn't matter how much you weigh or whatever. Some people look like they've had a bunch of kids and they haven't had a single kid. Okay, or you can have a bunch of kids and you adopted them, and none of them are your natural born kids. Right? So it really doesn't matter how old you were when you had your kids, or if you never had kids or whatever. That doesn't say anything about you as a person. Right? But people will, you could have adopted a bunch of older kids, so that doesn't have anything to do with your age either. But people will start asking you questions about your kids just to find out how old you are, or to judge you if you had kids when you were a teenager. They're like, ooh, a teenage bomb, so they want to judge you by that as well. So people will do whatever they can to try to figure your age out. So do not talk about your kids. Okay, then they will try to find out how many dads your kids have, how many times you were married, or if you were married at all. They will just try to get in your business. So don't tell people you have kids. It's not like you need to be ashamed of it, but that's just another way people get in your business, try to figure out your age, and just try to take your inventory, basically. That's just other things you should not be questions you should not be answering. Plus, you just need to protect the privacy of your children. Okay? Yeah. So, people will give backhanded compliments. Say like you have a curvaceous body, and guys go, I'm a chubby chaser, you're just my type. What if you're not even chubby? What if you just have curves, and you're just looking at the dude like, What the heck is your problem? You just gave me a backhanded compliment. You know, maybe you do not consider yourself chubby. Maybe you're just not stick thin. You're like, did you just call me chubby? Did you just, say I'm a BBW when maybe, I'm a size 10? Why don't you go kick rocks? You know what I'm saying? Maybe, that person just needs to get out of your face. Maybe you don't want to be called a BBW when you're actually kind of thin. Maybe you don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's not cool. So, you don't let people give you backhanded compliments. Compliments you don't want, okay? Just, if you're a guy, you just want to tell women they're beautiful. Don't say, I like women your size. Or don't worry, I like really skinny women. Or I like short women, okay? Don't worry, I like really tall women. Oh, and here's one I really hate. I like older women. Okay, so what if a guy likes older women? That's okay if he likes older women. Don't go up to an older woman. I've always really wanted to be with an older woman. No older woman wants to hear that. Because we think you want a sugar mama, you want a replacement mother, you want a woman to pay all your bills, you want to drive my car. We think if you want an older woman, it can't be for any good reason. That's the first thing we think. We think there's no good reason you want an older woman. We think you just want to be with us and then cheat on us with younger women. We think there's no good reason you want an older woman. Why would you? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to us. You just want to use us for sex. I mean, that's the only thing that crosses our mind, and you want to drive our car around and pick up younger women when we're not looking. That's the thing that crosses our mind, or you just have some fetish for older women. And when guys say, I like blah, 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 it just sounds like a fetish. Or I like big women, or I like this or that. It just sounds like a bunch of fetishes. When you say, I like whatever, it's a fetish. Okay, it's not a compliment. So it doesn't matter if what kind of whatever we are and you say you like it, it's a fetish. It's not a compliment. Okay, so don't ever say that. It's very degrading, demeaning, demoralizing. Don't say it. Just say, you're really beautiful. That's never a bad thing. But it seems like the only women that are called beautiful are ugly women. The really beautiful women are never called beautiful. They just get, I like older women. They just get like weird stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, truly beautiful women never are really called beautiful because everybody's intimidated by them. They just get weird fetishy things said to them. So, call the beautiful women beautiful. Don't be afraid to tell them that. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, it's, please be nice to the beautiful women. A lot of beautiful women are just lonely. Stop telling the ugly women they're beautiful. Okay, make them improve themselves. Leave them alone. Okay, quit picking the low-hanging fruit and lying to them. All right, seriously, I know you're looking for something easy, but tell the beautiful women they're beautiful. And stop saying you're this for a this, okay? Go watch Zen the Billionaire Boss's video. He's explaining it a lot better than I am. I'm just backing up what he's saying because we are tired of hearing all of that, okay? All right, well, I hope this was helpful. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mask Diva. Otherworldlies, you have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.